Please leave a message after the tone.
Hello, my name is Adam Sandler, and welcome to So Sandler's, the Sandman Movie Podcast. A gabagoo.
Hello and welcome to So Sandler, the Sandman Movie Podcast, a podcast where we discuss the movies of White Rastafari and Adam Sandler. My name is Kerry Jones, and as always, I am joined by my dearest friend and co-host Matt Wilson Home. This week we are in our second week of our very first mini-series where we celebrate the movies of Adam Sandler's closest friend Rob Schneider. In a mini series called Taking a Deuce. Last week we discussed, what was it?
Deuce Bigelow 1 and 2.
Deuce Bigelow 1 and 2. And this week we have got teen chick comedy, body swap comedy, The Hot Chick. Yeah?
Yeah. The Hot Chick, starring Rob Schneider and Rachel McAdams, somewhat.
Just so everybody knows, me and Matt feel like shit.
I don't know how this has happened, but me and Kerry are both ill on the same day recording this, so if you hear any sniffles, I do apologise in advance.
Yeah, and we're opposite side of the world as well, so
yeah,
the chances of this happening is pretty low, I reckon.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Matt, this movie, have you ever seen it before?
Never watched this before. I watched this when? Friday? Thursday? Never seen it before. I thought I was going to fucking hate this. You know what? I was pleasantly surprised. I had a great time. This was by no stretch a good movie, but I enjoyed the fuck out of this. This was like Justice League. This movie is not good. But I am loving every minute of it. That was me in this movie. And I feel like some people are going to be upset that I've just compared the Hot Chicks to Justice League. But that's out there now.
What Justice League? The Justice League or the Snyder Cut?
I haven't seen the Snyder Cut. I just can't bring myself to watch that again for 3 and a bit hours. So
no, I think I turned the Snyder Cut off after. Yeah,
this movie supposedly is pretty good.
Yeah, this movie is like the Justice League. I turned it off after 10 minutes.
All right, so everyone wants to welcome to our review of Justice League. Rob Schneider is Aquaman.
If they did do a superhero, yeah.
Rob Schneider plays a superhero next week. What are you talking about?
No, but if they did like a Sandler superhero movie, I reckon Rob Schneider would be the fish guy, Dante would be the speedster, Jonathan Loughran will be the strong guy.
Yeah, he'd just be the big brute.
Yeah. Sandler would be the Captain America character.
No,
David Spade.
Or would he be Iron Man?
Yeah. No, David Spade would be Iron Man.
Joe Dirt making the sacrifice play.
No.
What has happened?
He'd just be a cocky asshole, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah, you're not
Kevin James would be the Hulk guy.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah. And then Chris Rock. I don't know. What else is there? Bow and arrow guy.
Go on, Chris Rock, Hawkeye.
I'm fairly sure I had this movie when I was younger. I'm pretty sure I've seen this movie before. Like,
you don't sound confident.
Like 70% sure.
Did you think you'd seen this like I thought I'd seen Deuce Bigelow?
Yeah, maybe. I definitely remember the cover.
I
remember
the
cover
before. I
but I don't know if but I don't know if I remember the movie. Like, no, I don't know if I remember this movie at all.
I
Oh
mean,
shit!
look, it's not a cinematic masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination, but there's some good laughs in this.
Yeah, there's a couple of good laughs. Right, but should we just get into it?
I reckon we crack on with this, eh?
Right, this week's movie is The Hot Chick.
Hey, check this out.
Jessica Spencer. She had it all until a curse
Nostradamus.
put her into his body.
You'll be a woman soon.
April.
I'm in here. You stay away from me. I've got pepper spray. It's me, Jessica.
Oh, mother! Now she's got to reverse the spell
Before the full moon ends.
or live like this forever.
You have no idea what it's like to shave your chin.
Yes, I do.
When she's...
Hey, Billy.
Rob Schneider is
Show me what you got.
the hot chick.
That's my man.
Boy, I don't think so.
The Hot Chick is a 2002 American body swap comedy film. It was directed by Tom Brady, not that one, and written by Brady and Rob Schneider. The film stars Schneider, Rachel McAdams, Anna Faris, and Matthew Lawrence. I generally thought it was that Tom Brady for a while.
You thought NFL greatest of all time quarterback Tom Brady was the director in 2002 after playing 1 year of football professionally. You thought this man
But-
diverted into directing The Hot Chick.
Yeah, no, but yeah, because I just thought he was a man of many talents, you know?
He is a man of many talents, I would imagine, but I don't believe directing is one of them. Although, Man in the Arena, unbelievably good documentary if anyone's watched it.
Do you know if this Tom Brady's directed anything else? Because he's worked on
Tom-
The Critic and The Simpsons.
What's his name?
Oh, he wrote.
Tom Brady, film director.
He was
Doesn't he
the
do more
producer.
Sandler movies?
No, don't think so. Oh, he does Bucky Larson.
Oh
Born
no,
to
he
Be a
did the
Star.
animal. There you go.
The Animal, yeah, and he produced the episode of The Simpsons, A Star's Burns, when Mr. Burns throws on a film festival, and the critic, played by
Oh yeah.
Thingy, comes in. You know?
Played by who?
Well, oh yes, it's ladies' night, and I forgot his name completely. John Lovitz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he was the producer on that episode.
No,
of The
that's
Simpsons as well.
all I can remember from that episode is just. All I remember from that episode of The Simpsons is just the Barney bit and the guy getting hit in the crotch with the football.
Man gets hit by football.
Yes.
That's a good bit. Yes, Rob Schneider, obviously it's Rob Schneider. Rachel McAdams, what? Mean Girls.
Rachel McAdams should not have a starring credit in this film. She's in it for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, but she's big, isn't she? Is she big? Yeah.
Yeah,
McAdams,
no, of course. But like,
Mean Girls.
she's genuinely
Doctor
like, I was
Strange,
watching this thinking, are they like, they're going to cut back to Rachel McAdams' character at any point?
They do.
They do, like, twice for about
Halfway through.
for about 30 seconds.
I gotta stick it where? That was my favorite. That was my favorite line of the movie.
I've got some good lines written down.
And then Anna Faris from Scary Movie and The House Bunny, but probably most famously Scary Movie. And then Matthew Lawrence.
A bunch of shit.
Then Matthew Lawrence is the boy from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Who?
Do you know the main boyfriend? He's the
Yeah.
boy from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Jesus, that is a. So what? He did that and then this.
Yeah, I think he's done quite a bit. He's Matilda's older brother and Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh,
Oh yeah. I see his
that
little.
I will tell you one cameo to look out for in Chippendale. There is a Mrs. Doubtfire, blink and you miss it cameo. Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire and Boy Meets World.
I'm guessing we're going to cut that out.
Well, no, it doesn't add
spoiler.
anything.
Oh
No, it doesn't add anything to the. Like the story is just comes on screen and it's like, oh, cool, that's funny.
Wait, this guy was the main role for Boy Meets World. I've never seen that.
I don't think he was the main role.
It says main role.
The titular boy is a different boy.
Oh. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even know this guy. I don't care. God, couldn't give a fuck. He's irrelevant in this movie anyway. He's barely in it and he's shit.
Do you feel a bit delirious? Because I do.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, let's power through, Gary. Let's get through this.
Okay. Matt, our first segment on this podcast is a little segment I like to call Curb That Blurb. And by curb that blurb, I mean, if you like the plot, no, okay. And you've got to decide whether we curb that blurb. And by curb that blurb, I mean, if you hate the plot synopsis, we take it outside, make it bite the pavement, and kick it in the back of the head so it loses all its teeth. So I got this from a tiny little streaming service called Disney Plus.
Can't say I've heard of it.
Yeah, I think there's some American company, something to do with a mouse, or I don't know.
A mouse?
Yeah.
Can't see that taken off.
Yeah. But yeah, this is what it says. The hilarious Rob Schneider has been a gigolo. He's been an animal, and now a curse will make him something he's never been before. A woman. Jessica Spencer is the hottest, most popular girl in high school, but she gets a big dose of reality when she wakes up in a body of a 30-something-year-old low-life male, Schneider, and quickly discovers that trading your looks isn't so easy when you're a girl who constantly needs a shave. How in the world can Jessica convince her friends it's really her, and how can she change herself back into a teenage girl? The Hot Chick is a wild and wacky gender-bending comedy everyone can enjoy, no matter what sex you are.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, give you that. No, I don't want.
That's probably the best one we've had so far.
I reckon so.
My original blurb came from a friend of the show, Anthony Parea. Remember him? Where he did a shit plot synopsis like Going Overboard or something.
Wonderful.
And then I read out his email so he can dox him.
Nobody do that.
I think I bleeped it out.
For fuck's sake. No, we definitely did. We did.
Yeah, so I quite enjoyed that plot synopsis. I think it gives everything that you need. It mentions the actors in this movie.
Yeah, I think I kind of want to watch this again after reading that.
You won't watch this ever again.
I would have never watched this. I can't say I'm upset that I did. I'm pretty glad that I watched this. You know what? I've seen it now and I'm happy.
Yeah. We've got so much shit we need to watch over the next couple of months. I think watching this, because like I told you, I watched this movie in 4 parts over 2 days. And I think this was the first time where I really felt the toll of this podcast.
I think the toll of the podcast hit me last week, and I was like, I realised I had to watch 2 movies. And I didn't enjoy it. After I'd watched the first one, and I realised I still had to watch the second one after not enjoying the first one at all.
So what else we also like to do is we also like to look at reviews from the time. So I have found a review from Roger Ebert and Richard Roper, and both of them give the film 2 thumbs down. And Ebert gave a film half a star out of 4, and he said, the MPAA rates this PG-13. It's too vulgar for anyone under 13 and too dumb for anyone over 13. Roper panned the film with faint praise, saying it's in colour and it was mostly in focus.
So basically all they're saying is this movie is targeted directly at 13-year-olds. Nice.
Yeah, like exactly
you have to be
13-year-olds.
13 to watch this movie. All right. Well, that's your rite of
14.
passage. You miss your window, you're fucked.
In some cultures, you have your bar mitzvah. In other cultures, you catch your first fish. In this culture, you watch the hot chick.
The hot chick, and you are baptized by Rastafari and Adam Sandler.
I've also found a couple of user reviews before we get into the plot and whatever. So I got half a star from Fish in a Bowl, and they said this is like playing Russian roulette, except you keep getting shot.
That's actually really good. That's a great review.
And then I got 5 stars from Kenya 2 Man, and he just says, "Whoa, this is so much worse sober."
Yeah, all right.
But
I don't know why you
yeah.
go back to it sober if you watched it pissed. Or high.
Taking those reviews on board, what do you think the critics gave this movie on Rotten Tomatoes, Matt?
Oh, this can't have been good. This cannot be good. I think this is probably better than last week. I reckon this did better than Deuce Bigelow 2.
Yeah, it did.
Alright, so that means definitely probably like 31 or something.
Oh, the critics give this a 9 plus 10, 21 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
And then...
That was a great reference, by the way. That was unbelievably good reference.
And then...
I'm so proud of you.
What do you
if
think
anyone listening gets that, I love you so much.
What do you think the audience gave this movie, Matt?
Fuck you. I like this. I'm going at least 50. 56.
59%.
Ah, you bastards. No, you know what? I couldn't rate this any higher than that, so that's fair enough.
And then the budget was anywhere between $18 million and $34 million.
Come again?
Anywhere between 18 mil and 34 mil.
How the fuck do you manage to get almost a degree of variation of 100%?
I don't know. I honestly have no idea. How is this a $34 million movie?
Mate, Rob Schneider must be getting fucking paid for these movies because there is not a lot of
Rob Schneider gets paid so much he can fund his own TV shows.
Good point.
What do you think the gross of this movie was? What do you think it made at the box office?
Oh, you know what? This probably could have done all right in the early 2000s as like a fucking little body switch. This came out, probably around the same time as Freaky Friday?
Yeah. I think so.
I actually have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Probably double the gross. Double the budget.
So it made 54 mil.
Whichever budget it is.
Yeah. 54 mil at the box office. I think it opened in 5th place. Like, for the week that it came out. So it didn't do that well.
When did it come out? It's 2002, but is it?
Yeah. I'll find out now what it was up against.
Yeah, because obviously depending on when it comes out.
So the hot chick, it opened in 4th K. So it was up against Star Trek Nemesis, Made in Made in Manhattan, and Drumline.
What the fuck is Drumline?
Fuck knows. And then in 5th was Die Another Day. In 7th was The Chamber of the
That's
Secret.
a shambles of a movie.
8 was
That's
Santa Claus
great,
2.
It's a good movie.
11 was 8 Crazy Nights.
Nice.
But they'd been in...
That's coming up soon.
Yeah. They'd been in the box office for like 3 weeks plus by that point. So...
Ah, fair enough. Well, this did all right then. Got what your budget.
It did
Not
okay.
great, but not to cry about.
I'm so tired and just feel so low on energy. Right.
Do you want to do this another time?
No. Let's get it over and done with. I don't want to pause this like I did the movie.
All right. No, that's fair enough.
Right. Let's get into the plot, shall we? Okay.
Yeah.
In an Abyssinian castle in 50 BC, Princess Nawa uses a pair of enchanted earrings to escape an arranged marriage by swapping bodies with a slave girl. When each woman wears one of the earrings, the bodies magically trade places where their minds remain where they were.
Yeah, so we get this. You said this to me the best. You messaged me and just put, I'm getting such big mummy vibes. So
Yeah.
This is literally the mummy from the opening scene.
It was. Like, the colours, everything was the mummy, wasn't it?
Yeah, you sent me that, and then I watched it after you'd sent that. Uncanny. It's ridiculous. I genuinely thought I was watching the mummy for a second. What the fuck?
This was probably the best looking part of the movie. The costumes were great. The set was great. The music,
it's probably where most of the budget went.
Yeah, the effects after, like in the background and stuff, like fire and shit. This actually looked better than the Scorpion King.
What? Dwayne Johnson as the Scorpion King as a giant scorpion?
Yeah.
Or the movie The Scorpion King?
Dwayne Johnson as the Scorpion King, the giant scorpion.
Okay. That is terrible CGI.
Do you know he did...
That CGI is so bad, his tattoo is still on him. Go back and watch that movie. You can still see the massive tattoo that he had on his pec. Like that tribal tattoo that he's got. You can like see it on that caricature in the movie. It's like there's a blob where it is on his body.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you know... Oh, obviously he did the Scorpion King movie. But did you know that there's like a Scorpion King 2, a Scorpion King
there's
3?
There's like 4 or 5 of those movies, eh?
Yeah, and they just get new wrestlers in each time.
Love to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's like the Marine. It's your rite of passage as a wrestler in the acting world. You have to do a Marine movie.
Oh. We've got a couple of wrestlers coming up soon. We got Stone Cold.
We get loads in Longest Yard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got loads in... But, yeah. I was thinking Stone Cold in Grown Ups 2.
Oh, yeah. He's in Grown Ups 2 as well.
You ready to move on? Or we having wrestle talk? In present day, Jessica Spencer, played by Rachel McAdams, is a popular high school girl in suburban California with her friends. April, Anna Faris, Keisha, played by Maritza Murray, and Lulu, played by Alexandra Holden. April is Jessica's best friend, and all 4 girls are cheerleaders. At school one day, Jessica makes fun of an overweight girl named Hindenburg and a Wiccan girl named Eden. After that, Jessica and her friends visit the local mall, where Jessica frames her rival Bianca for shoplifting and finds a earring in an African-themed store. The earrings are not for sale, so Jessica steals them.
Yeah, so we get this scene of Rachel McAdams basically being 1% Regina George.
Yeah. She's a hot...
That's the character she's playing here. She's just playing essentially just one of the mean girls, but just a way, way, way toned down version.
She's still playing a hot bitch, though.
Yeah. So yeah, she is 1% Regina George in this movie.
Yeah. I wonder why she was typecast as that character early on.
It's weird, yeah, because early on, and then later on, she does stuff where it's complete opposite, like About Time. That's like her character in that movie is the complete opposite character of Regina George. Or this.
About Time.
About Time is with fucking General Hux from the new Star Wars movies. He's Donald Gleason.
I was going to ask if it was Donald Gleason.
Yeah, and he's basically Bill Nighy's his dad, and he basically tells him when he's like 30 that every guy in their family can time travel if they go into like a quiet room and just like close their hands and think about where they want to be. Sounds really like rom-com and chick flicky. If you've ever seen it, it's a fucking immense movie. It's so good. But yeah, Rachel McAdams is in that, and she just plays this little like sweetheart character that's just the complete opposite of this.
I've never seen that movie.
Definitely give it a watch, 100%.
Okay, we've both given movie recommendations today, so yeah, so they're just going around doing different bitchy stuff, and then we get to this store, and it's just full of like African artifacts and.
Yeah, they're about to leave them all, and then for some reason she just looks over at this store and just that's it. She has to go in there for no reason.
Like the drums pull her in, isn't it?
Yeah, we get the Jumanji drums in the background.
Yeah, and then in their store, they're all looking through different artifacts, and then who pops up?
Your boy himself. We get dreadlocked Adam Sandler. Oh, he's so good at this. I love his character in this. He's so funny.
Yeah.
He's playing for some reason like ridiculous Canadian accent, but he's just incredibly high all the
time. He's playing a character based on a character from SNL that Rob Schneider used to play, and the whole bit used to be you can put your weed in there.
That makes sense because that's in this movie. I thought they were just going to keep doing that. I was ready for it.
So yeah, what did she pick up? She picks up like a flute. Anna Faris picks up like a flute or something, and then he's just explaining
it. It's a peace pipe.
Yeah,
and he's like, then
he
explains like, and then so he's got this like Native Indian, Native American peace pipe that they used to smoke with for like rituals and stuff that he's explaining. He's like, then he gets to the end of it, and he's just like, and then you put your weed in here. And then in this it's just so weird. The accent's so strange, but it's funny. And then he gets this like replica model of the jail that Nelson Mandela was housed in, and he gives this like in-depth talk about how he stayed really happy and how apartheid ended, and then they voted him as president. And then he just looks at it, takes the lid off one of the buildings, and just goes, "And you can keep your weed in here." I just butchered that, but it's fucking brilliant. That's one of the best scenes in the movie.
And then at the end of this scene, Rachel McAdams sees his earrings, and she's like, "Oh, I like those, so I'm gonna steal them."
Yeah, she gets told they're not for sale. So when the cashier is not looking, she swiftly switches them out and steals.
Yeah. And then this kicks off the whole movie. Shortly afterwards, a small-time criminal named Clive Maxstone robs a nearby gas station. When Jessica and her friends stop there and mistake him for an employee, he services their car to avoid raising suspicion. Jessica accidentally drops one of the earrings on the ground, and Clive picks it up after the girls drive away. So introduce Rob Schneider.
Yeah, Rob Schneider's character, just this horrible little gremlin man.
Yeah.
And he's just robbing the petrol station.
And then, as he's leaving, the girl's like, "Oh, get over here, service our car." And classic, he's under the hood. She beeps the horn, smacks his head. That's a good piece of comedy right there.
Hey, Rob Schneider does do a good bit of slapstick.
And then they're just being horrible to this fucking man, and then they drive away, but somehow she drops the earring, I don't
Yeah,
know
I have no
how.
idea how this happens.
Like I tried to figure out, but it makes zero sense. So it's
It
just on the
absolutely doesn't
floor.
make any sense. Because she goes to put him on, so she only puts on one, and then
Yeah,
gets distracted, and then somehow drops it out of the car.
yeah. Um,
Well, all right.
that evening, Jessica and Clive put on their earrings. When they wake up the next morning, each of them is trapped in the other's body. This is especially difficult for Jessica, who has a cheerleading competition at the school prom and the school prom coming up soon. At first difficult, Jessica convinces April, Keisha, and Lulu of her true identity. And I've just skipped so much of the movie.
My notes on this are absolutely shocking because I thought this was funny, so I was just having a great laugh. But I've
Yeah.
just got some lines and scenes in here.
So from what I can remember, they wake up the next day and it's that classic, like, oh, looking in the mirror, it's not what I expect. You see it in every body swap movie. You see it
Yeah.
in the first Spider-Man, and then she goes to school, and she gets at first person she goes to is Anna Faris's character,
Yeah.
and then she's like, oh, it's me, and then she's like, no, it's not, and then she's like, yes, it is me. I remember when you first came to school, and in grade 2, and people used to throw rocks at you for having brown teeth. And I was the only one that would be your friend.
And I'm sorry, but what we know about this character in this movie, she absolutely would have been throwing those rocks. She would not
Yeah.
have been this girl's mate.
And then they do that hand clappy thingy. Boys are cheating liars.
Oh,
Yeah.
their own like version of patty cake.
Yeah. And then that's how she convinces Anna Faris that she is actually Jessica, trapped in a man's body.
Yeah.
Then eventually she does the same with Keisha and Lulu. What one's Lulu? Is Lulu Ling Ling?
Nah, Keisha and Lulu are the twins. They're only in it really briefly.
Is that
But
Keisha
there's
and
like,
Lulu?
I think, yeah,
Is
because Ling Ling is the other one. She's the half
Yeah.
Korean,
So I think
half black.
Ventia and Sissy are the twins.
Oh, the
So I
fucking who
think
the fuck are these
I think
characters?
I think Lulu is Ling Ling,
Oh, okay.
and she's changed her name to Lulu. Well, yeah, I think this whole the character of the mother was super problematic with
Yeah, I
with,
don't really know what was going on there.
with Ling Ling.
It was weird.
And then the girls end up having a pillow fight.
Yeah, this is where I took my first note. They're all having this pillow fight, and then all of a sudden they realize that Rob Schneider is a man, and just starts beating the absolute shit out of all of these girls. Like he's just caning them with his pillow, just nailing them across the room.
When he smacks Anna Faris like into the wall, and she just flies backwards.
Just off your feet, clean taken 10 feet through the air.
After the pillow fight, I've got a note here saying phone call to Jessica's boyfriend, and then so Rob Schneider rings up Billy, and he says down the phone, I should have made love to you when I had the chance, and because it's the man's voice, Billy just goes, Father McKay.
Yeah.
And then she just
it's one of the best lines.
and then she swiftly hangs up.
I have a note here, but I've no idea. It's from before the pillow fight, and it just says "easy on the coffee," and I don't know what it's in reference to. But I can't remember a coffee scene.
I don't know. Was the dad drinking a lot of coffee or something?
Maybe. Oh my god, the dad in this has my favorite line in the entire movie, and it comes up later on. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I think the dad's the best character in this movie.
He's so fucking good at this.
And then I've got a note here saying Morning Glory, April is in love. So we get scenes in this movie where Rob Schneider's showing his penis to Anna Faris.
Yeah, this is really weird. She's just like, hey, I don't. Now you're a guy now. There, show me your dick. Like what?
What did she say? Oh, it's easily in the top 5 I've ever seen. Like, oh, where is it? Like, oh, it's in 5th place. And that's including my brothers.
Jesus Christ! Oh, for fuck's sake!
So we move on. The girls write a list of suspects who could be responsible. They first seek Hildenberg, where Jessica apologizes for humiliating her in front of the entire school during the basketball game earlier, and the two make amends. They soon seek Eden, where Jessica also apologizes for her jealousy of Eden getting the only A on a report on the Salem witch trials. Eden reveals that an ancient Latin witchcraft called Santeria, which originated in Africa and found its way into Cuba and Brazil. Lulu ties his connection to Bianca, but Eden reveals that only a tattoo of the scorpion on her back could confirm this. Fuck, we're halfway through the movie.
That's fine. I mean, so what we get here, basically just get she's now this she's basically just become Rob Schneider and has had a change of heart of now I am the ugly duckling and I have wronged all these people. Classic. Yeah. And so yeah, she just basically goes around and gets all the people that she was a cunt to at the start of the movie to try and help her, and then they all have a big gal pal, a big powwow, and yeah, they're all a big team, and they're all involved.
I've got a couple of notes here. So when they go to Hildenberg, Rob Schneider's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, you don't know what it's like to be a girl and wake up every morning where you have to shave your chin." And Hildenberg just goes, "Yes, I do." And then they and then they hug, and then she asks about a Kurt. Then when they go to Eden, whatever, she asks about what curses she's put on the girls, and then Eden's like, "Oh, I put a curse on you where one boob's bigger than the other," and we just get a shot of Anna Faris feeling her boobs because she's got one boob bigger than the other. And then they're talking about ritual.
Santeria,
yeah, and then Eden goes, "Oh, there's a ritual that involves the chicken," and Hildenberg just goes, "That sounds delicious."
Quality. Anything for someone fat to make a food joke. Love it.
While investigating at a dance club called Instant Tang, Bianca is proven innocent after Jessica rips her shirt to see if she has the tattoo, which she doesn't. So yeah, in this nightclub,
this is my creme de la scene coming up.
The nightclub, I put down the note of homophobic bartender, but is he? Who knows? Because he's just
yes, the bartender that just the expressionless bartender that looks angry at everything.
He's so angry with Rob Schneider just pretending, ordering cocktails and
doing anything feminine.
Yeah. Then we got a 10-minute scene of Rob Schneider trying to piss.
This was my favorite scene. This was so funny. The toilet attendant in this absolutely made the movie for me. This was so good.
Right. Okay. Boxing ring. Toilet attendant from this week versus toilet attendant from last week. Who wins?
This week. And 100%. Not even a question for me. I know you had affinity for the one last week.
We'll talk about the scene later on then when we get to the creme de la scene, and then we also get a fight scene between April's boyfriend and Rob Schneider, and then
this is such a weird fight scene.
And then at the end of the fight scene, Rob Schneider just goes, "You think you're so cool because you compete with your penis."
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. I don't even remember what happens in this fight scene. They both kick each other in the dick.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah, I don't even know how it starts.
I think, because they're having this weird dance off, and they're obviously trying to find out if Bianca's got this tattoo.
Yeah.
So Rob Schneider just rips her shirt off, and then everyone else rips everyone else's shirts off.
Did you?
Is that what starts it?
Did you think that Hildenberg looked like Twister Matt?
That was funny. That was a great line. That was good. Right hand red, left hand blue. Nice.
Then, I don't know where we are. The girls find the pictures of the earring on the internet, and the girls post flyers all over town. They also got help from Keisha Awkward's mother, Jodie Long. Oh, so yeah, Keisha is Ling Ling.
Yep.
And Venita and Sissy, Tia Mowry and Tamara Mowry.
Who the fuck's Lulu then?
Lulu's the other one, the redhead one. Must be.
Who is she in this movie?
So Tia and Tamara, what? They were Disney Channel kids, weren't they? They were like Twitchers and Twitchers too. That's what I know them from.
Oh, I thought I recognised these from somewhere.
Yeah, and they might be like a show before Everybody Loves Chris. Everybody Hates Chris.
Everybody Hates Chris?
Yeah, it might have been before that. Because everybody loves Raymond, don't they? They hate Chris and love Raymond.
Everybody does hate Chris and love Raymond. And just so everyone is aware, Kevin James is the king of Queens.
and David Spade is the rules of engagement. Yeah, they get help from Venetia and Sissy, who are on Jessica's cheerleading squad. The girls tell this to... Oh, fuck. What do they tell to Madame Mambuza? I don't know. The girls tell... Yeah, the girls tell
lady
this,
from the shop.
The girls tell this to Madame Mambuza, the owner of the African store at the mall. Madame Mambuza tells the girls the story of Princess Nawa, who, after switching bodies, was unaware that she had to bring the earrings back together. Nawa lived the rest of her life in the slave's body. Jessica could suffer the same fate if she does not unite the earrings before the end of the full moon.
Yeah, so we just get the plot just basically kicked into overdrive here.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I said we just basically get the plot kicked into overdrive, which is basically they're just fanning about doing nothing, just trying to find Rob Schneider, and then they get told, "Oh, you have until the full moon."
Yeah, and as Madame Mambuza is telling this story, we get the Jumanji drums in the background again, and it's just it's really just building tension. And then after the end of the story, she just turns to Adam Sandler's character, who's on the bongos. It's like, "Will you just stop with those damn drums?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I was just really getting into your story."
Although there's one thing I do want to say about this movie. Rob Schneider and Anna Faris' chemistry in this is fucking incredible.
Yeah, it is.
They work so well together.
I like that. I think Anna Faris' character is my favorite part of the movie.
She is great in this.
Then after this, we get a classic montage, a makeover montage, where Rob Schneider is being dressed up as the different Backstreet Boys. And then April, I got a note saying April really wants Jessica, and then another note saying milkshake scene again. So earlier on in the movie,
yeah.
Rachel McAdams was being really seductive with the milkshakes, and she got them all for free. She's like licking whipped cream off her fingers or whatever, and then
basically just doing what she can to get free drinks from the prepubescent boy across the counter.
Yeah, and then Rob Schneider tries the scene again, and he just gets gripped. Like that's
$8.
It's $8.30.
Strangles him. Not prepubescent. What am I on about? He's like fucking 17.
He was. Jumping back and forth a bit now. Meanwhile, Jessica is hired for 2 jobs while secretly living with April at her home, where she works at a gardener named Taquito. Her parents tell her about their marital problems, and she helps them rekindle their sex life. So yeah, she gets.
So this, I really enjoy the scenes of Rob Schneider as Taquito being the gardener and her dad. He's funny.
So yeah, Jessica's dad thinks that Rob Schneider's the gardener, and they share a beer and they have a chat. And at this point, the dad gives Rob Schneider the beer, and he goes, "I had to give up on beer because of the bloating, and I had to give up on spicy foods because of my arsehole." And then he just does this disgusting fart, and Rob Schneider just goes, "Stinko de Mayo."
Stinko de Mayo. This is so weird. He just starts showing him his dick.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Oh, yeah. So I said, yeah, Dad opens up about problems in the house with Jessica's mother, then shows her his pubes and talks about how he used to fuck his wife.
This scene is so, like, I get why they did it. It's obviously really uncomfortable, but fuck, it's so weird.
Jessica's brother loves dressing up in women's clothing.
Yeah, this is a weird thing throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
He's just like 6-year-old just dressing up in her like lipstick and putting her dress and like her heels on and stuff. It's not wrong with that, but it's just odd in this movie. And then that's how he figures out that Rob Schneider is his sister. Because he's in the garden and he's like, "Hey, I see you dressing up my shit."
Yeah. They give the same look, don't they? And then he figures out.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
And then he sees him playing basketball.
Yeah, I got the basketball scene. Jessica and father playing basketball, and the father's just beating the shit out of her, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then, as Jessica's looking for the earring in her bedroom, her mother makes a move.
Oh yeah, so like in this, her dad is basically just saying how his marriage is fucked.
Yeah,
He doesn't sleep with his wife anymore, and everything's broken in the house. And then we get a scene of his wife trying to bang Rob Schneider.
And then they're in the bath together at the end. Well, and then the dad comes in, and he's like, "Oh, baby, it's my fault." And then they just rekindle their relationship because Rob Schneider was bathing his wife.
Yeah. So somehow Rachel McAdams has fixed her parents' marriage by scrubbing her mum in a bath.
Yeah.
None of this makes any sense.
Okay, we're almost done here, I guess. At school, while cleaning the boys' locker room as a janitor, she spies on her boyfriend Billy, who truly loves her, and April's boyfriend Jake, who secretly has another girlfriend named Monique. Monique is played by Ashley Simpson, by the way.
That cameo.
Faced with Jake's infidelity, April breaks up with him, and Jessica agrees to take her to prom. At the cheerleading competition, Jessica signals romantically to Billy while disguised as the school mascot, but when the head of the suit falls off, he becomes confused and leaves with Bianca. So this locker room scene is Jake's like, "I keep on fucking this woman. I keep on fucking this other girl." And Billy's like, "Oh, I'm so in love with Rachel McAdams. She's the best. She makes my heart beat fast and slow at the same time."
Yeah. And then obviously she's Rob Schneider listening to this conversation.
Yeah. Have you ever felt that, Matt? Has your heart ever beated fast and slow at the same time?
I mean, I've seen some juicy steaks in my time, and they've given me some good eyes.
And then cheerleading competition. We get the sport of cheerleading back, and
not since dodgeball has a cheerleading competition been so important. I rated this so much. How they just went, "Oh yeah, he works at the school. Yeah, he's allowed to do it. Sweet, see you later. You win. Fuck off." I thought that was so much better than any bullshit they could have done. That was so good.
Yeah, and they fucked up their routine at the end. And do you know the woman? That's Rob Schneider's mother,
Which one?
the one that was reading the rules, the bigger
Oh,
lady.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, "What? The head falls off." And then just cut straight to this woman. Like, oh, Rule 14 says he works for the school, so it's allowed. Well done, you win.
It's so good. I think we get the prom. Is it prom after this?
I've just got some stuff here with Rachel McAdams. During this time, Clive has been using Jessica's body to make money from men, including Billy,
Oh, yeah.
who gives him his money and car, believing he is Jessica. And now prom. On the evening of prom, Hildenberg sees a video of Clyde robbing a man in the television on the television news and goes to the scene of the crime. So this man and his friend, fuck me. He's like, oh yeah, we just followed this woman. This woman just took us down the alleyway, and my friend here, he was just out there with his camcorder like he always is.
He was hiding behind bins with his camcorder. He's fucking, what's it? It's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer is they charge you with sexual harassment for getting the dummy lady, and then he gets saved by like Smithers or someone like
Willie.
Yeah, groundskeeper Willie.
I guarantee that's where Tom Brady got the idea from. Because
oh my god, it has to be. Yeah, absolutely.
So Hindenburg sees a video of Clive, blah blah blah. After finding the business card for the club where Clive works as a pole dancer, she informs Jessica at the prom, and the girls go to the club. I just want to mention this kiss between Rob Schneider and Anna Faris at prom.
Yeah.
They share a kiss, and Anna Faris is like, Jessica, I'm in love with you. And then she's like, I'm in love with Billy.
Brutal.
Yeah. I feel like they should have ended up together.
I think I was so confused what they were doing with this. I was like, this relationship is weird, but I don't know where they're going with it. I don't know if they're going to bang. This is going to be strange.
No, I think she was just, I don't know. Is she in love with Jessica? Is she in love with Rob Schneider?
I think Rob Schneider, because she smiles at him
at the end.
Like, at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I think she fancies this guy, but it's also her best friend in the body, so it's a bit easier.
Yeah, I guess so, because they can connect on that other level. When they find Clive, Jessica steals his earrings and puts it on herself along with the other one. The two earrings now on the same person. Jessica and Clive's body return to their original owners. So yeah, we've got this strip club scene. After Jessica makes up with Billy, the film ends with a school graduation ceremony where Keisha and her mother reconcile. The previous night, Clive run in from the law and still dressed in lingerie, jumps in the car of the same bartender Jessica encountered in the body of Clive. The bartender, who is led to believe the previous encounter that Clive is a homosexual, smiles and locks the car door. The movie ends with the car speeding away with Clive turning around and screaming.
Yeah, I mean, you just covered half an hour there.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's... My favourite line in this movie is... So they're all going to prom. Like, they've figured it out, or... Basically, they've just fucked everything off and they're going to prom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get Hildeberg dressed up as Twister.
Yeah.
And then we get the line in the background. We get a return from last week of, that's a huge bitch!
But
I had to rewind. I wasn't sure if I'd heard it properly. I was like, nah, there's no way. But my favourite line of this entire movie is it's like all throughout this, Anna Faris's parents like have this just funny dynamic.
Yeah, I didn't even mention Anna Faris's parents.
Yeah, so Anna Faris's dad is played by like he's like You'd know him as like he plays. Have you ever seen License to Kill, the James Bond movie?
No.
He plays one of the villains in a James Bond movie. Like he's a famous actor, you'd probably recognize him.
Yeah.
And I was looking at him like, oh no way, is that guy? And he has a couple lines in this, and they're just so funny, and his delivery is amazing.
He's just
because.
He-
Sorry, go on.
he's just painted his model airplane throat, isn't he?
Yeah. And it's just Anna Faris's mum is just going crazy this entire time. She's like, something's going on, something's wrong, just absolutely being a lunatic. And then it's It's like one line at the end, and then they figure out basically that Jessica's been missing this whole time, and she's not been at Anna Faris's house.
Yeah.
And so like her parents call their parents, and you just get Anna Faris's mum going crazy, like, I knew something was wrong. I'm going to the prom. And then her husband just looks at her, dead stops, and goes, if you ruin this night for our daughter, I will have you put away. It's just the coldest line. It's the fucking best move. It's so good.
She never makes it a problem, though, does she? Because she crashes her car.
Yeah, because then she crashes the car immediately outside, and they just get this cut back to him of he just face of, you fucking idiot. That's honestly my favorite line of this. If you ruin this night for her, I will have you put away.
I like the part where she first figured out something was wrong, and then she falls off the ladder, which is upstairs on the balcony. So she falls off the ladder, off the balcony, onto the cat.
That was fucked.
So after discussing the plot of the movie, Matt, we like to talk about our creme de la scene, our favorite scene of the movie.
Oh wait! I've just got one more note for the movie.
Yeah, go on.
It's just it's when Rob Schneider's character, I think it's just before they switch bodies. Yeah. Oh no, sorry, it's when Bianca's with her boyfriend. And she just goes over, doesn't even question it, and she starts to talk and just headbutts her. Doesn't even say a word. Just absolutely cleans her out.
I don't need to say anything else to you about the movie, apart from Anna Faris was my favourite. I
think Anna Faris is my favourite. Apart from the dad. But yeah, Anna Faris is definitely my favourite part of this.
Right. Quickly, we'll move on to our creme de la scene. Matt, we touched upon yours earlier on. Do you want to go first?
My creme de la scene. I've actually completely forgotten what it was. What did I say it was?
Sorry.
It's
in the nightclub.
Scene.
Yeah.
This scene is brilliant. It's just a little bit. And she's pissing everywhere, obviously trying to go. And for some reason, there's loads of ice in the urinal. Is that like a thing they do in American bars?
I don't know.
Not the ones I've been to, but yeah, this whole metal urinal is just covered in ice. And she goes to like sit and pop a squat, just take a shit on the urinal. And so she's doing something, she can't do it. And then so this toilet attendant he's like, "But aim at that fly." She's telling her, trying to give her all these tips. It's fucking brilliant.
See,
but yeah, that was my favorite scene. Just her trying to take a piss for the first time, just not fucking it up, and this toilet attendant just giving her the best advice.
I hated this scene.
Yes.
Watching it, I was like, okay, we get it. She can't piss. There's no need for this to be 15 minutes of the movie because it went on forever.
I thought it was amazing. I was so happy. That was my creme de la scene.
My creme de la scene comes at the end when so Rachel McAdams and Rob Schneider, when they swap bodies back, Rachel McAdams, she's giving a lap dance to Billy's friend Jake, but it's Rob Schneider. Yeah, Rachel McAdams, and then Rob Schneider gets the earrings on, and then they start switching bodies. So in the middle of this lap dance, Rachel McAdams switches back into Rob Schneider. So it's Rob Schneider giving this
guy a lap dance.
This guy a lap dance, and then he freaks out. And then we just cut to this fat guy, and he's like, "I'll take you for a dance if you want." And then after this,
Jesus.
and then after this, we just get like a bartender, whatever, the owner of the place. He just comes in, grabs Rob Schneider, is like, "I gotta kick you out. You know it's not Monday night. Monday night is gay night, not tonight." And then just throws him out of the thing.
Just throws it
Question
straight
about
out.
yeah, question about the bar at the end. How did everybody's parents turn up?
I wasn't sure what happened here. They all ended up at a strip club,
Yeah,
and every character in the movie was there.
I was super confused about that. But yeah, Matt, do you have any pieces of trivia or goofs about this movie?
The only bit of trivia I had for this was that this is Rachel McAdams' first movie.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, how good's that?
When did Mean Girls must have come out in like 2004 then?
Mean Girls is 2004, yeah.
Oh fuck! I did not know that.
So
I
yeah,
can
they
give
must
you
have
some
seen
trivia.
her in this and then be like, "Fuck, she could probably do Mean Girls."
Yeah,
But
probably.
yeah, this is Rachel McAdams' first movie.
When I was looking through trivia, I couldn't really find much that
Oh,
was.
sorry, like Hollywood movie at least. Anyway,
All right, okay. I
I
couldn't
don't know if
find
she's in like
much.
Canadian movies before, at least.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the filmography of Rachel McAdams. Yeah, when I was looking for trivia and goofs, most of it was just pretty boring stuff, so I didn't bother writing it down. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I've got nothing. Do you wanna? Yes, should we move on and let the people know what you got next week?
Yeah, next week we have The Animal.
Yes, we are carrying on our Taking a Deuce mini-series, and we are going to discuss The Animal with Rob Schneider and what's the name of that doctor from Scrubs?
Fucking hell, you're gonna have to give me more than that, mate.
Not JD, not Turk, the other main doctor, the nasty one.
Oh, Dr. Cox, John C. McGinley.
Yeah, he's in The Animal.
He is in The Animal. He's one of the police officers.
Yeah, so
Fuck,
we got
I forgot about that.
Rob Schneider and John C. McGinley in The Animal. Not gonna lie, Matt, I feel like shit. Can we just?
I think. All right. My fucking sandbags for this is I'm gonna give this a solid 5. I thought this was a shit movie, but it was fucking hilarious. And I'll say the amount of piss that the amount of sandbags. Fuck it, I fucked that up completely. Basically, the amount of piss that
the flood your sandbags could
Rob
stop.
Schneider couldn't get in the toilet is why my sandbags could stop.
Yeah, fair enough. So I am going. I'm going to give this movie a 3.8.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have to.
Fair.
But then it's too late.
I
now.
can't give this anymore.
I've typed it in. I think I don't know. If I watched it in one, I might have enjoyed it more, but I really couldn't watch it in one sitting. I just couldn't cope.
Nah, fair enough.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm definitely never going to watch this again.
Yeah, and my 3.8 sandbags, they could stop the flood of piss ice that's in that urinal that Rob Schneider was pissing in.
Great. 2 stoppages of piss. Wonderful.
Yep.
Follow us all on social media, everybody.
Yeah, at Sandler's Pod on Instagram, Twitter. Send us an email at sandlerspod@gmail.com.
Give us a review, please.
Yeah.
We'd love a 5-star review if you think we're worthy. If not, just give us one anyway, because fuck 'em.
Yeah, 5 stars on Apple Podcast and Spotify, and I think I'm gonna have a lemon.
All right, we're gonna let Kerry go here because fucking hell. You look like death warmed up here.
I'm full of snot.
All
Yeah,
right.
right.
We'll
Goodbye,
leave
everyone.
Kerry and his phlegm to South Wales.
Yeah.
Peace, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.